A constant function. This is the first one on our list. This is the lone easy one. What does the word constant mean?
It's
always the same. So constant function is always the same what?
Same function. Slope.
Whatever.
What do we use in math?
Numbers.
So the function is always the same number. Okay? The function is always the same number. Here's an example. Here's one example. F of x equals, what does it say? 5. F of x equals 5 is an example of a constant function because what does the function always equal?
5.
Does it ever equal a number other than 5 according to this? No. No. So it's constant. It continually and forever equals 5. You like how I said that? Forever. Forever. Alright, so I'm going to make a chart. And this chart's going to confuse you for a bit, but you need to get used to this notation. Normally when we make a chart, I use x and y, right?
Righto.
Well, I have x, and I'm going to use f of x. Because there is no y. Okay? The function itself is like y. I don't want to say it is y. I don't want to have that direct correlation. But it is like. We do it in the same way. So x is one variable, and the function f of x, that's what it's called, is another one. What's the function every single time?
1.
What?
5.
Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to make 5, 5. And x can be whatever it wants to be. Give me a number. 7.
3.
All right, fine. 7 and 3. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to make a graph. I'm going to plot those points. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 5, 7, 5. Hey, what do you think that is? What's that going to make?
Looks like a face.
It's going to make a
what
line.
kind of line?
Horizontal.
Horizontal, nice.
Yeah, that's right. You said it first. I did.
And here's the deal. F of x, the function, is like y. Y is the vertical. The function is vertical. If the vertical is one number all the time, it never goes up, it never goes down, then you have a horizontal line. So the simplest way to say this is if you have a function equal a number, it's what kind of line?
Horizontal.
And where is it?
On the x-axis or on the y.
How do you know where it is?
Because you got points.
Where's mine at? What number is this?
5.
Okay, what does f of x equal?
5.
Okay, so how do you know where it is?
What it equals?
That's what it equals. Where's this one going to be?
-2.
Say it louder. Where's this one?
-2.
Where's it going to be? What about this one?
10.
What about this one?
-1.
What about this one?
10.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know.
3.
I don't know.
3.
3 and
3.
3.
What is the absolute value of negative 3?
3.
Graph them. All 4. Go.
Aw, I have to race now.
I'm going to show you how to graph all these. Again, they're going to look like a V. They're going to look like a V. Either going up or going down. Most of the ones in your assignment are going to be going up. And so anyway, let me get started. The place where it sort of changes is called the vertex. What's it called?
Vertex.
Vertex. It's where it comes to a point. Now I want you to think about this. Where is the hinge point for absolute value to change?
0.
0. What happens when it's positive?
It goes up.
No, I just want you to think, don't think graph, I'm talking absolute value. Alex, if you take the absolute value of positive, what's your answer?
Positive.
It doesn't change, right?
Yeah.
The same number. If you take the absolute value of a negative,
It's a
It
positive.
goes positive.
it's a positive, that same value, but it's changed. So on one side of 0, you do nothing, right?
Right.
And on the other side of 0, what do you do?
Right.
Something.
What do you do?
Graph.
Okay, let me
Let
write this up, and I need you guys to
opposite.
look for it. I need you to
Come
look
here.
for it. Some of you guys, your heads are down, you're drawing on your thing, and you're not going to learn jack squat that way.
What?
All right, the absolute value of 3 is.
3.
You did nothing. It's still 3. The absolute value of negative 2 is.
2.
What did you do?
Opposite.
It's the opposite.
Mirror image.
You did the opposite. Now, the reason why this looks like a V is because it's essentially two lines. One that's the positive and one that's the negative. Okay? But it switches around this 0 point, which we'll talk about. That's the vertex. All right. Okay, I'm going to make two graphs. I'm going to do the first two. So what you're going to do, probably the simplest way for me to teach this to you, is we're going to make a chart. Okay. On this chart, I'm going to have 3 points. Because I have a vertex, and then it goes out 2 ways, so I need 2 points out here. So I need the vertex, and then 2 things out here to get the graph. The way you find the vertex is where the absolute value, where's the turning point for absolute value? 0. Where the absolute value is 0, that's the turning point, that's the vertex. So, look at here. Here's the absolute value. What makes that 0? 0, okay. What makes, this is the absolute value. I'm only looking at the absolute value. What makes it 0? What makes it 0? What makes that 1? I mean, 1, did I say 1? You just get me confused now. What makes it 0?
0.
0. I said only look at what?
No.
The absolute value.
Gotcha.
What makes the absolute value 0?
0.
Alright, what makes that absolute value 0? Oh, it's pretty easy. What makes that absolute value 0?
5.
Uh-oh, what makes
-2.
this 0?
Okay.
What is it?
Negative 2.
Yeah.
Okay. The vertex is where the absolute value part, only that part, equals 0. So in this case, in fact, in these first 4 cases, it's just 0, because it was, you put in 0 for x, it's 0. But down here, because it's x plus 2, x needed to be -2 to make it 0. Okay, so I'm going to do the first 2. This is how you start. You find out what makes the absolute value 0. In this case, it was
0.
that's your x-coordinate of your vertex. Okay? So the first point you're going to find is your vertex. The next thing you're going to do, if you have x, how do you find the function? If I know x is 0, how do I find f of x? Plug it in. Plug it in. What do you get?
0.
Sweet. All right. 0. I'm going to start by graphing my vertex. There's my vertex. 0, 0. Then I need a point to the left side and a point to the right side. Because I have my center, my vertex, I need something to go to the left and something to go to the right. Or it could go to the left down this way, or it could go to the right down this way, it depends. So here's my point. What's to the left?
Negative number.
Well, pick one.
Negative 5.
Negative, wow, that's really far.
Okay, negative 3.
Negative 1.
Negative 1, there we go, I like that. Okay?
1.
So, if x is -1, and I plug it in, what's the absolute value of -1? 1. So now I have a point that's to the left. -1, 1. So that is about right there. Okay? Now pick a number to the right.
1.
Okay? Picking 1 again. Well, I guess it's sort of the same.
2.
If I plug in 1, what's the absolute value of 1?
1.
1. That's to the right. 1, 1. And now, which one's my vertex?
0, 0.
So this is my vertex. That's where everything comes out. Everything starts there and comes out. So I draw my graph starting there and going out through those other 2 points. Like that. There's the graph.